G'day, well, welcome to my stream. It's a bit of a surprise stream today. I was kind of incensed by some people on YouTube and, of course, my comments. I don't know why my comments keep getting deleted. And I know that I'm not totally shadow banned because people do reply to some of my comments, and then I go back to the video and my comment isn't there. A different comment, won't be there or whatever. Like, I don't know. It annoys the hell out of me. So I thought I'd come and rant here instead. Why not? So this wasn't the article, though I think I did drop a comment. So, oh no, the comments are turned off. This is not the video, but we're going to watch it via this, and then I don't know, because I don't really want to, like, if the person came into my chat, and do I put links in my comments? You can't put no. Do I put links in my YouTube comments? No, you can't. You can't put links in comments because then it does shut about it. No, I don't. That's one of the other reasons why why YouTube annoys me, because you can't have a good conversation and prove someone wrong with sources because you can't put links in the comments. And so people just say the most outrageous things and say lies, outright lies, and you haven't really got a recourse for like providing a source that that says otherwise, or that proves them wrong. But and so unless the person was kind of in my chat, I feel like I can't really go and pull their comments up, though I do think of places like YouTube, they are a public place, right? So I guess I could think of it that way, but I don't really like to pull people up like on a video that's going to stay here for the whole world to see if they don't have a chance to respond to me here, in this way. So maybe some words are filtered in the comments section. Yeah, I mean, that's why I've often ended up having to, because YouTube does have a word filter, and I do know that. And so, and that's why some of my comments, I think I end up reducing to like 5 words, because I think, okay, maybe it was this comment, the word bomb or missile or something like that. But then I see other people using the same words, or in the case of this thing here that we're looking at, people are doing racist dog whistling and getting away with it, or even outright saying the most horrendous things, and their comment is there, yet mine, which I filter, really, my comments are no worse than the things I say on stream. And do I self-censor? I guess I do, but that's kind of our responsibility, as like, freedom of speech doesn't mean that you can just say anything you want. That responsibility comes with it, and responsibility of what you say with that freedom of speech comes with that right to freedom of speech. And so I obviously I speak like anyone. I speak differently to my family than what I do when I make a comment online, but I actually try to come across with an educated perspective. I try to speak with, I don't swear. Like, the amount of times I've said, I just want to finish this statement with, you fuck knuckle. Oh my God, like, you have just said the most stupid thing, you fuck knuckle. I would love to put that on there, but I do not. I self-censor and I don't swear. And I make sure that I use really sanitized words to try and say these things. And it does. It brings you back to the thought that they are censoring truth, that they really don't want people to say things that are against whatever narrative that particular news outlet wants to promote, right? And, you know, so in this, I've wanted to look at this actually for a long time, the Gentle Person's Guide to Forum Spies. It's comes under consensus cracking, where they make it appear that there's a certain consensus in the community by wiping out the comments of people that have an opposing view, so that it looks like this view is the most popular view, you know, this other view is the most popular view. And I think sometimes that is happening, especially on Channel 10, but I'm not sure. Channel 10's a funny place. Anyway, so let's have a look at what sparked my ire. I'm not a huge fan of Lydia. I'm not a huge fan of the way she goes about things, because of it kind of gives fuel to people that want to say negative things about her. But often she's not wrong. Okay, another senator that's very, very similar in her. Well, no, I wouldn't say similar, but like in her sort of controversial way that she behaves is Jackie Lambie, and people sometimes think she's a bit controversial too, but people have voted her in consistently, and they have a chance this election to vote her out if they want, but people have voted her in consistently, knowing how she acts, knowing her views. So maybe they like her in Tasmania. They might like her because of that, you know, and the fact that she's outspoken. And I believe the same about Lydia, that people, this is Lydia Thorpe, senator as well. She used to be a Green senator. Greens, yes. And but now she's independent, I believe. Is she independent? Let's have a little look and see. I'm not sure if she's independent or not. I went to YouTube homepage for whatever reason. So let's have a look if Lydia is independent now. Lydia Thorpe, Senator of Australia. Aboriginal Australian independent politician. A senator for Victoria, and is the first Aboriginal senator from that state. She's a federal politician, right? Okay. Independent now. So but she was part of the Greens. The Greens have kind of capitulated to some things along the way, which I think perhaps they should not. But, you know, they want to set a certain tone and standard. They're trying to work within the framework that they exist, whereas Lydia has always been quite an outspoken, you know, representative, and that is what she is. Again, she's always been an outspoken representative, and the people in her area that voted her in to be their representative, they knew who she was when they voted her in. So they must like what she does as their representative and how she does it. So let's have a look. Let's have a look at what she did yesterday. The King has come and bestowed his presence upon his subjects in Australia, and we are to be, you know, very grateful that he has come to see us. So my desktop seems to be on the wrong screen. Oh, of course it is. Yes, because we're all looking at me. But if you look down there, you can see what I'm talking about. But thank you very much. We do need to switch from me. We don't want to be looking at me. I can't point that way. It's so weird. It's so opposite. So we're going to look at the main scene so that you can all see it big. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. All right. I might have figured it out eventually. I don't know. My brain's sort of somewhere else. But now y'all can see more. But did you like my little thing where it popped up the little chat and then it disappears after a while? I finally found the plug-in for it, an overlay. All right. So here she is, Miss Lydia Thorpe, a senator for Australia, Senator for Victoria. I don't know which area. I don't know. Anyway, let's see what she's got to say. Oh, and this here that she is wearing is a traditional, adornment of some sort that it's been passed down through her family for generations. So this is I think through her family, but it is a traditional garment that she's wearing. So anyway. I'm playing this one because I want people to also see the reaction of Albo here and the king. I bet you Albo's okay, I can't think of the word, denigrating her.
Oh, yeah, of course, you have it.
And, saying all the things that I've been reading in the comments.
I think you're saying at the start, Here we go.
Hence why I played the long one, so that we could just see their reaction after she was dragged out. Okay, remember, voice of protest. Okay, she is a senator, but she's also, a controversial senator, but she has a right to protest, just like all of us. It's a fundamental cornerstone of our democracy. I'm going to keep saying it. I'm going to say it over and over again. Okay, the comments. So, I don't know, I feel like I really want to pull them up in front of everyone and shame them in front of the class, but as I said, they're not here in the class, so they can't sort of defend themselves with their horrific statements. People are just making the most, people just feel like they have the right to say the most racist things, or racist dog whistling, and there's no consequences. And the people that are saying, hey, you can't say that, or not even, I don't even say that. I try to back up what I say with facts, So one person claimed that 50% of, maybe if I can pull it up over here, I don't have to show the people themselves, but I can tell you kind of what they said. And it was on a different video. It wasn't that one. I played that one because we got the full length of the king's sort of response and the reaction. That we got that reaction, from Albo and the king. Okay, so, oh my God, I have put so many comments. Right, now, the most stupid comments. Let's have a look. Have they? Oh, okay. Here we go. This one's all right. I thought they deleted my statistic. Okay. So a sane person in the chat goes, in the comments says, I can't detect anything untrue in her words. Can you? And then this unhinged, but like this person comes in and says, most of Australian public lands are Crown land, meaning Charles owns it. This is not your land. Said to the monarch of the Commonwealth of Australia, we need better public education. We are not a republic. Right? So this is really weird, sort of like like she doesn't know that the monarch believes this is his land. Like, he thinks she's uneducated in who the monarch is, right? And that she needs to be schooled that we aren't a republic. He really no. So I said, are you being deliberately disingenuous or are you just daft? My comment is still there with the insult. But see, I couldn't call him a fucking fuck knuckle. Right? And then someone else comes in and says, you sound dumb, not to me, to that person. And then the commenter says, you're dumb for not knowing that Australia is a constitutional monarch. You may agree with the monarch. You may not agree with the monarch part, but that doesn't change the fact. Sorry, silly Miss Jane. Australia is a constitutional monarchy. Unless we transition into a republic, live with the fact. And I'm like, you're not making any sense. How are we supposed to transition into a republic if we have to live with the fact that Australia's a constitutional monarchy? Never mind that you're speaking over the fact that Aboriginals never ceded sovereignty of their land. How incredibly dismissive. Like, they're just so embraced, like they're just so emboldened to say the most stupid shit, right? And I've gone, additionally, I'll remind you, Australia is a democracy and voice of protest is a fundamental cornerstone of that democracy, regardless of your desire to stick your head in the sand and shout, I'm scared of change, as you defend the aristocratic status quo. What the fuck's wrong with you? What the fuck is wrong with you? To that commenter. Sorry. Hey, Acolyte Roasty, great to see you again. Well, I haven't seen you for a while. I'm on for a bit of a surprise stream because I had to get dressed up basically to do a video stream with my doctor. And I figured, well, to do like a video appointment, and I figured I may as well stream after because I have to clean my room up. I have to put on makeup to do a video with my doctor, so I may as well stream after, hey? So... Anyway, I don't have alert command. I do want one. I'm going to make one, but I'm trying to think what to put in it. I have lots of commands though. Here's one. We can do quote. Fran Drescher. She's awesome. Did you see her when she represented SAG? The like Actors Guild? She's awesome. She's so cool. If we don't empower ourselves with knowledge, then we're going to be led down a garden path. And I agree with that so much. Anyway, so, he replies to some other crazy person that is not the other person obviously wasn't crazy, but like their comment got deleted. But Australia wasn't a constitutional monarchy. It is a constitutional monarchy. Whether Charles is 72 years old or 5-year-old is irrelevant. In the prevailing order, Charles is the current head of the Commonwealth of Australia. Like, no one knows this. Like, no one knows this. That's her point. That is literally her point, right? And we're going to watch her. I haven't watched this little video yet that is Sky News Britain, not Sky News Australia. I block Sky News Australia because I don't believe that their commentary is relevant. Would you like, I don't know, it goes on about showing videos of real Aboriginal women that welcome the white lifestyle because it was simpler than being beaten up for not bringing back food or having to spend the entire day in 40-degree temperatures. And today, oh my God, today I'm watching some video with Trump. I don't know, I was watching Hassan Abi's stream, right? And he was watching some video with Trump, and Trump refers to how it was great back in 1890. I thought we were only going back to the 1950s, but silly me. No, he wants to take us back to 1890. That's when things were really good. Anyway, some other fuckknuckle comes in and says 50% of Australia is owned by Aboriginal people and white Australians are not allowed to go anywhere near those places. Really? 50%? 50% of the country we're not allowed to go in. Holy shit. Wow. So, which I only worked out really what they were saying. I had to really think because half their their comments have absolutely no punctuation. Anyway, and someone goes, because I told them they were making claims that Lydia is not Aboriginal, right? In fact, I think some of those claims have been deleted, that she's not Aboriginal. And I said that it's easy to find out that she is absolutely Aboriginal. I said, look up Google and you'll find she's, and I never know how to bloody spell her name, do I? You'll find she's Aboriginal. There is no debate. There is no mystery. The lady is an Aboriginal. Yes, she has European ancestry. So do many Aboriginals. That doesn't make them any less Aboriginal, right? And there's many reasons why, of course, that is even a thing, you know. But anyway, her father, wherever he is, Roy Illington, has actually spoken up against her on Sky News Australia, if that's any indication of who he is. But she apparently abandoned him. No, he apparently abandoned her when she was a child. So he came up and said, oh, she knows nothing about her white heritage and that she's a racist against white. I don't know about whether she's a racist against white. I'm pretty sure that she would know plenty about her white heritage because anyone that's been to school in Australia, that's all you learn. You do not learn about Aboriginal heritage at all, right? So at least she was born when I was, yep. So, you know, she went to school at the same time I did. She learnt the same stuff I did at mainstream school, right? So she knows plenty about white heritage. And again, that's why she's saying things to the king, because she knows who he is, right? So this fool responds to me saying, just Google it and you'll find out she's got even these people that she's related to even have their own pages on Google, that like the Aboriginal elders and stuff. Right? So her family are people, like her ancestry is absolutely Aboriginal. You can see it. Okay? It's easy. Just Google it. And he goes, so someone who is using Google products who have taken over the world and all human conversation, you don't have a problem with that, do you? Said with absolutely no punctuation. So it took me a bit to work it out. So I said, please use punctuation. It assists in better understanding of your commentary. Would you prefer I use Bing or DuckDuckGo? Gonna get the same result. Her mother, grandmother, great-grandmother are Aboriginal no matter what weirdos want to believe. And her great-grandmother was part of the stolen generation, from what I understand. Her great-grandmother, not that long ago, right, was taken from some place. Where is it? Well, Robbie Thorpe is her uncle, linked to some of the earliest struggles for Aboriginal Australian self-determination. But her great-grandmother was forcibly removed out of Framlingham Aboriginal Reserve, right? And understand that this is still... colonisation's still happening. I saw comments along the lines of, you know, this happened 100 years ago. Well, it didn't. It happened 200 years ago, more than 200 years ago, but it's still happening today, right? You know, they should get over it because it happened then. Like, I'm sure they're the same people that defend Israel for its belief that it owns something, because God ruled it in the Bible like years and years, like thousands of years ago. Anyway, in response to 50% of Australia is owned by Aboriginal and white Australians are not allowed to go anywhere near those places, your statistic of 50% is completely made up. Nationally, as of at June 2023, 16.2% of Australia's land is owned or controlled by Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people. You can usually access a lot of these areas with permission, just like you need a pass to access some national parks in the country. Like if you want to go skiing or something, those are usually in national parks where you have to pay to enter. Aboriginals do not have to pay to enter those areas as far as I know, but if you're white Australian, yeah, you got to pay to enter the national park so you can go skiing because it's protected and they need the money so they can look after it, right? But that's okay. That's all right. But you're not allowed to go, but they don't want to ask permission to go into Aboriginal controlled areas. Like, what the hell? Anyway, you should be more worried about US controlled areas in our country like Pine Gap. That is what I think. Anyway. And then I said, I just dropped this one just as a plain comment because I can't understand it. In the thing, like in the comments, I said so many anti-democracy class traitors are in the comments. There are people saying she should be locked up. That she should be locked up for that. For what she did in that video we just watched. Right? It'll probably play it here. That she should be locked up. People advocating for our lords and masters to lock people up for protest, for truth-telling. Holy shit, I'm incensed. I'm so sorry, but I had to come and rant somewhere because I'm sick of my voice being, like, silenced by the YouTube comments. Let's listen to Lydia's voice. Let's listen to why she did this, okay?
Why did you do it?
I did it for truth-telling, global truth-telling about the royals who caused so much devastation to not only our people in this country, but Indigenous people around the world. We don't have a treaty in this country. We've been calling for decades and decades for a treaty. We just want peace. To see the incarceration rates of our people in this country, our jails are full of Aboriginal people. We have thousands, 23,000 Aboriginal children that have been taken from their families. We have over 600 deaths in custody where no one has ever been held accountable. We have our bones and our skulls still in his possession or his family.
Yep. There's tens of thousands of Aboriginal remains and artefacts that are still held in Britain.
Family's possession. We want that back. We want our land back, and we want your king to take some leadership and sit at the table and discuss a treaty with us, because treaty is what will bring us peace. The kings before him and the queens before him did treaties with other nations or other countries, but we are still fighting for a treaty here. And until we have peace, we must continue to resist.
He acknowledged, recognised grievances within his speech, and then towards the end of the speech you interrupted him and called him genocidal. Why is that the best way to deal with this?
I just did
Certainly got attention by the looks of it.
a previous interview, with all due respect, and I did not once interrupt his speech. I respectfully waited.
Question. I'm sorry, I am going to interrupt you because I've only got a limited amount of time, Senator. Why did you call him?
She implied that she interrupted, and Lydia just said she didn't interrupt. She waited till the end of the speech, and we can see that she waited till the end because he's sitting down. No, you got to get cut off now, Lydia. You can't speak now. That you've just proven me wrong. You've just proven that I just outright lied, just made something up.
Genocidal.
Which is the King's speech.
Why did you call him
I
genocidal?
actually waited till the end.
Why did you call
Because
him genocidal?
there's thousands of massacre sites in this country
Yeah.
from invasion, and someone needs to answer for that.
And that's the
And
king.
They don't want to take any responsibility or reparations. I had another argument with some other fuckknuckle. I'm just going to keep calling them that here, right here. And I don't have to name them. I have to find it. Like, these people just made me so angry. I know you shouldn't let people do that on the internet, but, you know, you have to get involved. You have to speak. You have to say what's true. We can't just stand back and like just put our heads in the sand, right? So in response to what she's talking about here about genocide and this woman that's trying to say, oh, but that's not the king's problem, right? That's not the king. Why is she asking for the king to take responsibility? He didn't do it, right? And it's, let's see. Mr. Knight, he deleted his own comment. Maybe his comment got deleted by YouTube. But here's someone's comment, right? There was no genocide in Australia. There were massacres, but no genocide. And don't talk to us about some other thing. United States welfare budget. Like, there's no punctuation. Something about this person has pivoted to talking about American Indians, American natives, and by the way, a lot of the deaths of Aboriginal people were because of an American who poisoned the blankets who come to Australia and did the same thing here, which is just rubbish, right? Most Australian Aboriginal deaths were not from someone coming here with a blanket, right? That a lot of apparently Native American people died that way, absolutely. And maybe some Aboriginal people did, but that is not the primary way. Just like Lydia said, they have died from massacre. Massacre upon massacre, and you can look them up on Google or DuckDuckGo or Bing or whatever search engine you want to look at, right? But you probably won't find it on Facebook where they're telling you a bunch of rubbish, right? Like, I don't understand. Right? This person, there was no genocide in Australia. So just completely whitewashing anything. And I said Tasmanian Aboriginals were absolutely, deliberately, knowingly and willfully extirpated by British colonists. They were exterminated, like, knowingly. The way they write about it, writings by British colonizers of the day, proves that their attitude was the same as what we would define as genocide today. So genocide did occur, right? And I don't understand why people feel. I've got another one with someone saying this happened ages ago. Why? It's not our responsibility. It's not the king's responsibility, right? And I'm just like, let's see. I have to find it. Maybe I've got it somewhere else. Oh, they just really. People saying that she's a white woman pretending to be Aboriginal. I do not understand why these comments are allowed to stay. When you say the truth and people just, here's what, you are lying, I've said to another person. Her mother is Aboriginal. I said, so you should rely on whatever crap you... So I am supposed to rely on whatever crap these idiots in the comments who have normally got no profile at all. None of these have got any sort of profile on YouTube or anything. They're just people fucking shouting off their shit, which is fine. I don't care, but don't say ignorant shit then. And I've got no way of responding in the end, not in a good format. And so I should rely on whatever crap you've Googled, right? You liar person. I won't say their username. Perhaps you found it on Facebook instead. I mean, you got this knowledge from somewhere, right? That she's not white. Otherwise, you just made it up. You're not a holder of secret knowledge. You're a liar. You're just a liar, right? And this same person was going, there was no massacres. Like, there was no genocide, just massacres.
The successor, then he needs to answer.
Okay.
I have
thank you.
another
One of your
comment
colleagues-
about taking responsibility, like someone that was like, we don't have to, you know, this happened. We're sick of the sins of our forefathers or something. And it's like, it's not going to hurt you to recognise and, you know, to have some sort of what's the word? Oh my God, my mind. I'm so lost. I can't find these comments either. It's just terrible. Wait a minute. I'll try and slow down. I'm just so annoyed. Here we go. This idiot. Let me see. We say no to your treaty. We are not paying for it. Now apologise or resign. Now she's got to apologise to the king. What the fuck? She probably will have to too. It's ridiculous. So I've gone, who exactly is we? The tax-paying Australian population. Oh, is there emote? They have the shocked emote? What? And I'm like... And someone said, correct, I thought it was obvious, but it went over Jane's head, apparently. The Australian taxpayer, Jane, it's just a money grab. We've been more than generous and we're sick of paying for the sins of our ancestors. Like what? What the fuck have you paid? What the fuck have you paid to their ancestors, you fuck knuckle, right? Anyway, so... I've gone, sorry, but many would disagree with this sentiment. So remember, no fuck knuckles in my comments, okay? On the YouTube, I'm very restrained and I try to speak with an educated tone. I'm not going off my nut like a Karen like I am here, right? Sorry, but many would disagree with this sentiment, so I'd rather fools and racists don't try to speak for all of the tax-paying Australian population, thanks. And then I've gone, I'm fifth-generation white Australian. Recognition and reparations is not paying for our sins. That sentiment just makes you sound like you feel ashamed, guilty, and above all ignorant. And stop saying we like it's a fact that we all agree with you, because we don't, you know? Like, it's just insane. And then this other person comes in, makes a great point about how mining is contributing a record $455 billion in export revenue. Mind you, they've used no punctuation either, but they're on my side, so I love them, right? And they're saying that land that people want to say has, you know, doesn't matter to them, and like that Aboriginal land brings $455 billion in revenue to Australia every year. And so, yeah, just like, we don't want to pay for any treaty. We don't want to pay for recognition. We don't want to pay for truth-telling. We don't want to pay for a voice. We don't want to pay for Aboriginal healthcare. We don't want to pay for Aboriginal welfare. We don't want to do all these things while we drag up $455 billion worth of mining resources out of the land that belong to these people that didn't cede sovereignty, and we ship all that off overseas, and we have all this profit that we spend on ourselves, but we're not going to spend it on the Aboriginal people that own this land, that never ceded their sovereignty ever. Like, how horrible. Why do people think like this? And I'm just so, part of the reason too that I'm so angry and that I'm so worked up by this is the nature of the endless comments on there. Now, whether people that support her are scared to speak up or their comments might be getting deleted, but, maybe this really is the consensus, the sentiment of Australia, and it scares me. It scares me that people talk about locking up protesters. It scares me that people do not understand the point that our First Nations people are making. It scares me that people think that they can just say the most unhinged, racist things. What the hell has happened that people feel comfortable to say these things, right? Our world has really gone, like I said before, back to the 1950s. Donald Trump wants to take us to the 1890s, and maybe he's fucking already taken us there because that's where people felt very comfortable to say these horrible things about people, you know? And to say these dismissive things and to just pretend it's not happening because people are too scared to take responsibility. It's not paying for the sins of your forefathers, for fuck's sake. No enslaved or oppressed people has ever risen up to take over anything, right? It's insane. All people want is equality and recognition of things. They're just being gaslighted over and over again and then told to get over it because that all happened ages ago. Let's finish listening to what Lydia has to say on the topic as she gets gaslighted by this fucking journalist.
One of your colleagues described you as abusing your position and your intervention was disgraceful. How do you respond to that?
I'm not fussed about what people say about me. I will continue to fight for justice for my people. We are the real sovereigns in this country. The King is not our sovereign. The King lives in your country. He's from your country. He can't be our King. So I don't really, I have the support of Aboriginal people around this country. I have the support from my grandmother. I have support from elders around the country. You might look, put up the scary photos, but I will continue to resist. And it's only when other people have their children removed, when their families are incarcerated, when you have your land taken from you, that you...
She looks like a warrior queen. She looks like a warrior queen. She's fucking awesome, you know? Like her outspoken voice for her people.
Understand what I'm talking about, but I understand that, it's all about portraying me as an angry black woman. Well, yeah, I'm angry because I see too many of our people dying, too many people incarcerated. We don't have any land. Your King and his previous kings and queens stole that.
Their shitty video thing, which, by the way, you have control over where this appears on your video. Like, you can go with what YouTube just like recommends, but you can also like change its position on the thing, and you can change like when it pops up in the video. And they've popped this up over her thing and not given a shit. They could have swapped it over and their little doovie would have been over here and it would have partially blocked her face, but not all the way. They've put it there. Should I make... I believed to block her voice out while she talks.
From us.
Block her face.
And we want it back. And we won't stop resisting.
Right. Good on her. Good on her. You know? So I'm not going to go into this one today. It was one that I just wanted to pop up because... I will give the link. And maybe we can pin the link. But we're going to revisit the Gentle Person's Guide to Forum Spies many times on my stream. because I believe it's really important that we understand the techniques that are used by professional forum spies. You'd be like, what the fuck are you talking about? But they are truly out there, for all different reasons, sponsored by all different things, right down to like advertisers being in the comments, right up to full-on disinformationalist campaigning for political purpose, okay? So we are going to look at this over and over and over again on different streams. So there's no point in going over it all today. And I want to do, like I've said before, I want to do maybe a stream one day where we look completely at misinformation. They're trying to bring in a misinformation thing. And pretty soon too, because they're trying to introduce a misinformation bill here in Australia under the guise of, again, protecting the children. And which we already have protections for children, yeah. Anyway, so we're going to bring this up quite often on my stream. I've now got it nicely bookmarked away so that I can bring it up whenever I want to. And I've given the link there, so I don't know how to pin things yet. So I don't know if my mods are active there, but if they can perhaps pin that link. And I've also got like a thing called a Substack. I think it's going to let me publish certain documents so that the chat will be able to go to get these documents. I might do things like maybe like include all the links of the day that I've looked at and publish it in kind of tweet that Substack does. But I also mostly want to be able to provide a kind of library of information that my users can access, educational information like this from Cryptomi. Well, it's not actually from Cryptomi. Cryptomi is a leak site just like WikiLeaks, okay? Has been around longer than WikiLeaks. I believe WikiLeaks started in 2006, so Cryptomi started in 10 years before that. And so this is a great guide. Everyone needs to know. Activists need to know about this. If you're on the activists on the internet, people trying to communicate with forums and understanding how comment sections work and how disinformation agents work on the internet. And so what I'm facing a lot is the whole consensus cracking thing where they delete your post, or another one which is where they make you look crazy by deleting your posts, and then only people respond with things that are, make you look crazy, and you never get to actually defend yourself. That's another one. Playing dumb is another one, which is why I'm starting to really call people out for that. I just, on comments, I start saying to them, are you being disingenuous or are you just daft? Right? Trying to call them out, because this whole thing where people are making shit up in their head and then putting it as fact and expecting us to respond to it or not, whatever they're fucking trying to do, I don't know. Those people need to be called out, because it's ridiculous. And this is in a way how we're going to fight misinformation. These are the tools. Know your enemy. Know the tools that your enemy uses, and then you will have a better ability to sort of circumvent it or know when to let go of something. When you learn these tools, you can learn how to sort of go, this person, it's not worth engaging with this person because they're a bot, or they're going to just continuously be disingenuous, they're not being truthful, all those sort of things. And so it's important to know what tools they use and how to and to be aware of them, so it's not worth engaging with this person. They're just here to make me look like an idiot. And it's not because I'm wrong, it's because I'm being defamed in a way, yeah? In the chat. Not the chat. In the comment section. So super interesting information. The COINTELPRO stuff, I believe, came from the CIA. 25 Rules of Disinformation is taught at Purdue University, along with the 8 Traits of Disinformationalists is also taught at university. How to spot a spy, a COINTELPRO agent. And what is COINTELPRO? It is what is it? It does have a, I always forget because I just use COINTELPRO. It stands for Counterintelligence Program. From the CIA. Yeah, that one's CIA. Although the program primarily focused on organisations that were part of the broader New Left, they also targeted white supremacist groups such as Ku Klux Klan and the National States Rights Party. Well, at least they were doing something good. Here we go, FBI. So it was an internal one. Targeted by the FBI, feminist organisations, by this program, by this counterintelligence program, covert and illegal projects conducted between this time, and then I can show you like a video from Hillary Clinton saying, of course we use propaganda against the American people, in turn the whole world. As the head of the world, they've got to know that they affect the whole world. And that's why I'm also like fully involved in looking at what's happening with the US political scene and stuff like that, because it fully affects the rest of us, especially us as the 51st state of America, you know, whatever it is, you know, like we are totally like emboldened and not emboldened, we're totally we answer completely to the US and we don't get a vote. You know, I'm trying to think of this other one that I had. Anyway, let's go back. She still had a few more words to say. No, she didn't. There was some stupid people in here too. Look, how embarrassing. My people bullshit. I Googled her. Stop giving her a platform. My God, she's not bonkers. Maybe, whatever. What an embarrassment. These are horrible. If she's Aboriginal, I'm the Bishop of Winchester. Who do these people think they are to be able to, like, just comment on someone's identity like that? Holy shit. I highly doubt Luke Skywalker is an Indigenous Aussie. Are you going to just comment on his fucking identity, eh? What's wrong with your brain? Woo! Oh my God. She looks Aboriginal and what I think she's both. She should take on the accountability herself rather than stay on board the eternal victim train. She's collected enough taxpayer money. And they're trying to say that she should take accountability because of her Western side. And it's like, there's just no understanding. This is the same sort of people, I guess, probably, that are going, that Kamala never said she was black. She's an Indian woman, and all of a sudden she's black. Are they worth spending time on? Are these people worth spending time on? Like, I hope so. I hope some of these people can come to their senses, but I feel like, and this is what's so worrying, I feel like these people are a lost cause. That the fact that they feel so comfortable to say these sort of things about a person's race and identity and like in all these areas. Like, there can't be that many boomers on the internet. There can't be. Like, because this is boomer brain sort of shit. This is what boomers say. This isn't what, like, people my age should be saying. So I wouldn't be surprised. Like, Gen X, get your fucking heads out of the sand. If you're saying shit like this, you should know fucking better, hey. I'm so worried about the future of the world and of our country, you know, and people go, oh, if it upsets you so much, just don't look at it. But I'm going to put up a quote. Phil DeFranco says, you may not fuck with politics, but politics will fuck with you. And it's the truth, right? If you want to ignore it, fine. But the thing is, one day it's going to catch up to you. If there's no vigilance on our freedom, it's eventually going to catch up with you. So it's important to look at what people are saying and thinking, because this is the state of our world, right? And it's going to catch up if you just ignore it and pretend it's not happening. It's like the climate. People can deny climate change all they want, but the inevitable will come around. Just like COVID. Oh, we can't lock down. That's impossible. When you have to do something, and COVID wasn't even, in the end, wasn't even that deadly. Like it's like 0.7% or something deadly. What if monkeypox actually like got out there with its, I think it's got like a 10% death rate. What if it actually took hold? What if bird flu got into humans in a contagious way and actually took hold and 30% of the population were dying? When you have to do something, you can do it. And I know, because I've had to do shit when I thought, I can't do any more, and the world makes you. Right? You can. Ignoring the inevitable is not going to stop it from catching up with you. So we can keep ignoring climate change, but it'll catch up with us. Right? Just like it is. And it's going to get worse if we just keep ignoring it. Right? We can ignore politics, but it's going to catch up with you, because they're going to fucking take your freedom somewhere if you don't fight back. And there are just all these people, class traders in the comments, that are just like, lock up protesters. It's insanity. It's insanity. Our voice is all we've got to fight with. Our voice and a vote. Like, our protesting and a vote. That's it. That's all we get. Right? And there's all these people that just, our slave masters, let us give them more rights and shut our voices down even more. Fools. And I don't like using this word, but sheep. Let's move on. So, lots of this. I want everyone to go and check it out. It's really interesting. We're going to bring it up over and over again in different streams every time I feel like we're experiencing some of this. And we may even bring this up with regard to some Israel stories and stuff, because certainly they utilize it. They actually have a team that utilize these techniques that go out there. Russia has similar teams, bots we call them, but often they're real people paid $3.50 to make shit comments on the internet and create a consensus. Anyway, we'll go back to that at other times. We're going to learn it well, because we'll be returning to it many times. This one's really interesting. Okay. 2 stories that are both related. Australia's ABC hacked a vacuum, a floor vacuum. Okay. And this is what they found out. Now, let me just check the volume. Here we go. Make sure it's loud enough. I hope it won't be too loud, because it's the shorts. It's a bit different. Right?
Do you have a robot vacuum at home? Does it have a camera? Have you ever wondered what the robot is seeing? This is the result of an ABC experiment which gained remote access to the remote robot vacuum owned by willing volunteer Sean Kelly, letting hackers watch on and control the machine. It highlights a major security issue with this particular model, and it raises questions about whether security is being taken seriously enough.
There was a time where robot vacuums just used like sensors, like proximity sensor type things on them, and isn't that all they need? Why do they need a vacuum? Why does a vacuum need a camera on it when proximity sensors did the job.
So we should say this is not how this is supposed to work. This is a security vulnerability, and it is one that the company itself was warned about.
Hello, Sean. I'm watching you.
That's insane.
Spoke to him. Why? Why does the... Oh, maybe the vacuum goes power on. So maybe it does need a voice.
What did it just say?
It just said, hello, Sean, I'm watching you.
Do you have a robot vacuum at home?
Okay. Right. So this happened. Can we even see when they published it? I think there's this issue where I can't see where they publish these shorts. Like if their comments are disabled. No. If the comments are disabled, you can't get to the date. But it wasn't that long ago. In fact, it was a few days before this happened. So this is the 11th. So 11 days ago, hackers take control of robot vacuums in multiple cities and yell racial slurs at people, right? This is a few days after they published this, right? This story on like real world television and on their YouTube, okay? So ABC do this story a few days later. Hackers take control of robot vacuums in multiple cities and yell racial slurs. Let's read it. Robot vacuums in multiple US cities were hacked in the space of a few days, with the attacker physically controlling them and yelling obscenities through their onboard speakers. The affected robots were all Chinese-made EvoVac bot ×2 X2s, the exact model that the ABC was able to hack into as proof of a critical security flaw, so they ignored it, basically. Minnesota lawyer Daniel Swenson was watching TV when his robot started to malfunction. It sounded like a broken up radio signal or something, he told the ABC. You could hear snippets of maybe a voice. Through the EvoVax app, he saw that a stranger was accessing its live camera feed and remote control feature. Dismissing it as some kind of glitch, well, that was his first mistake, Mr. Swenson reset his password. Oh, well, at least he just reset his password, rebooted the robot, and sat back down on the couch beside his wife and 13-year-old son. Almost straight away, it started to move again. This time, there was no ambiguity about what was coming out of the speaker. A voice was yelling racist obscenities loud and clear right in front of Mr. Swenson's son. Fuck N-words, screamed the voice over and over again. I got the impression it was a kid, maybe a teenager speaking, said Swenson. Maybe they were just jumping from device to device, messing with families. The second time round, he turned it off. Holy shit, eh? It could have been worse. Mr. Swenson kept his robot vacuum on the same floor as the family's master bathroom. Why have they got cameras in them? And if it knowingly has a camera in it, why would you put it in your bathroom? But I guess because that's probably the floor that's not carpeted, perhaps. I don't know, that's just... But the wet, it would be wet. Anyway, our young kids take showers in there, he said. I just thought of it, catching my kids or even me, not dressed. Fuck yeah. Despite the slurs, or in your bedroom. Right? Despite the slurs, Mr. Swenson was glad that the hackers had announced their presence so loudly. It would have been much worse, he said, if they decided to quietly observe his family inside their home. They could have peered through his robot's camera and listened through the microphone without him having the slightest clue. It was a shock, and then it was like almost fear and disgust. While his son didn't quite grasp the creepiness of the encounter, Mr. Swenson was taking no chances. He took the device to the garage and never switched it on again. out with you. Robots hacked in multiple cities. Multiple people, all based in the US, have reported similar hacking incidents within days of each other. On May 24th, the same day that Mr. Swenson's device was hacked, a D-Bot X2 went rogue and chased its owner's dog around their Los Angeles home. It sounds like D-Bot X1 was probably the better model. Probably didn't have a camera. The robot was being steered from afar with abusive comments coming through the speakers. 5 days later, another device was infiltrated. Late at night, an Evovax robot in El Paso started spewing racial slurs at its owner until he unplugged it. It is unclear how many of the company's devices were hacked in total. And it doesn't seem like the company is the one switching them off. It's the owners that are all unplugging them and switching them off to stop it. 6 months earlier, security researchers had attempted to notify Evovax of significant security flaws in its robot vacuums and the app that controls them. Let's see, was it 6 months? I was of the belief it was a couple of days before. Yeah, Friday, October the 4th. So it was like 7 days before. Yeah, 7. My math, yay. Okay. The most severe was a flaw in the Bluetooth connector, which allowed complete access to the Evovax X2 from over 100 meters away. So even creepier, it means they're near you. They're even near you if they're doing it. Given the distributed nature of the attacks, this vulnerability, however, is unlikely to have been exploited in this case. So it has two vulnerabilities. It's got one that's being accessed from the internet and another that can be accessed through Bluetooth, which is super creepy if they access it that way, because that means they're like not very far away from you. 100 meters isn't very far. I don't know what that is in feet. Oh, I think we can convert. Right, here we go. Let's use our bot. Math. Convert. Oh, how do I do it? Oh, no. I just write 100 meters. How do I do it? Meters to feet. Let's see. 328 feet. Oh man, I'm so happy with that. All right. So they're within 328 feet of you if they're using the Bluetooth. However, in its own creepy way, this distributed nature of the attack, this vulnerability, is unlikely to have been exploited. It was on the internet instead. So it's someone that could be in another country recording you, potentially. The PIN code system protecting the robot's video feed and remote control feature was also known to be faulty, and the warning sound that's meant to play when the camera is being watched was able to be disabled from afar. These security issues could explain how attackers took control of multiple robots in separate locations and how they could have silently surveilled their victims once they'd gotten in. Evovac confirms a cyber attack on device. In the days following the incidents with his Evovac robot vacuum, Daniel Swenson made a complaint to the company. After some backward and forwards with the support staff, he received a call from a senior Evovac employee based in the US. He must have said 3 or 4 times that I should have a video of what happened. Each time I told him, yeah, that would be great, but I was more focused on the fact that a hacked robot was in the middle of my living room watching us and possibly recording us. The employee seemed to disbelieve what he was saying. Mr. Swenson says, despite multiple other owners having reported similar attacks, and they were told by the ABC what did we say? What was it? 7 days earlier. They were told by the ABC. Right? Not to mention the 6 months earlier that they had also been told by someone else. Was this an effort to discourage me from pursuing my complaints? He asked. Of course it was. It's gaslighting. This one's consumer gaslighting. Right? Just some bullshit. Just, Following this call, he was informed that a security investigation had been conducted. Your EvoVax account and its password have been acquired by an unauthorized person, a company representative told him via email. They also said the company's technical team had identified the culprit's IP address and disabled it to prevent further access. Because someone that did that wouldn't know how to change their fucking IP address, hey? No, not at all. Because someone that did that wouldn't be working from behind a VPN or like have a dynamic IP. No. Someone like that wouldn't know how to do that at all. Oh my God. In a latter email, they told him there was a high possibility that your EvoVax account was affected by a credential stuffing cyber attack. Oh, what is that again? I think that's like where they just steal a whole lot of, like they buy a list of compromised user credentials. And then they just try them on places. But that means EvoVax could have potentially been hacked. Have they not informed everyone? They probably did. I don't know. Obviously not. They don't give a shit, it seems. This is when someone reuses the same username and password on multiple websites and a combination is stolen in a separate cyber attack. So make sure you have different passwords for every single website that you go to. It's a pain in the ass, but it's important that you do it. All right. The company told the ABC it found no evidence that the accounts were hacked through any breach of EvoVax system, so they don't give a shit. A known security flaw, however, could be to blame, even if Mr. Swenson had used the same username and password on other sites, and if those credentials had been leaked online. That still should not have been enough to access the video feed or to control the robot remotely. These features are supposed to be protected by a 4-digit PIN. However, a pair of cybersecurity researchers had revealed that it could be bypassed bypassed at a hacking conference back in December 2023. Right? So they were warned. Dennis Gaze and Braylon Lukdike, oh my gosh, said on stage that it was based on an honor system. Wow. The PIN code was only checked by the app rather than by the server or the robot, which means that anyone with the technical know-how could bypass the check completely. But they wouldn't know how to get a new IP, hey? They had warned EvoVax about the problem ahead of going public with the exploit. An EvoVax spokesperson said this flaw has now been fixed. However, Mr. Gaiz told the ABC that the company's fix was insufficient to plug the security hole. The spokesperson also said the company sent a prompt email instructing customers to change their password following the incident. EvoVax said it would issue a security upgrade for owners of its X2 series in November. Mr. Swenson said he was not informed of the PIN code issue in any of his communications with EvoVax. I asked them if there was a known thing, if it had happened to other people. They just act shocked like it hadn't happened. Yeah, they just gaslighted him. So if you've got a vacuum, robot vacuum, and it's a D-Bot X2, EvoVac D-Bot, I wouldn't trust anything by this company because they do not give a shit, as we have just read. So if you have anything by EvoVax, I wouldn't trust it, right? Because they don't care and they're going to let it get hacked, and if it's got cameras on it, ditch it, even if it's not an EvoVac D-Bot. That's ridiculous. Your vacuum doesn't need a fucking camera, okay? Get one just with sensors. Though, can you tell these days if they haven't got, like, seriously? That is just too much for a floor vacuum that doesn't even do the job properly anyway. Wow. All right, let's see. Let's see what else we've got next. Elon. What did Elon say? Elon said something really dumb. I'm not watching a 6-minute video to find out. I kind of remember what he said. It's down here somewhere. He was talking about the election machines. Yeah, he always says something really dumb. Absolutely. Absolutely. But that's the thing. He's a smart man. I do believe, I think that SpaceX success and what happens at Tesla and stuff, I do believe that is a lot of the people that he works with, the people that he's employed to build the rockets and stuff. But he does seem to know and understand rocket science. He does seem to understand science and how it works, right? Because he literally builds rockets that he sends to space and they are successful, and he just fucking caught a rocket with chopsticks. So the man knows something. The man is so either he's kind of got a dumbness in another area, which could be like partly to do with his cluster B personality disorder. Okay, he's kind of got a dumbness, like a blindness to things that are reasonable and that are true facts in another area, or he's being disingenuous. Okay, it can only be one of two things: disingenuous or naivety. Okay, so he might be dumb, like blind. His mental illness doesn't give him the capacity to understand certain things, kind of like street smarts, I guess, the difference between intelligence, academic intelligence, and street smarts, right? So he was talking about the Dominion voting system, right, which have sued and won. Dominion filed a defamation lawsuit against Fox News, which led to a $787 million settlement. That's US. And then they came down here and I don't know about whether Dominion took them on here in Australia, but Fox tried to sue people here in Australia for around all of this sort of stuff, defamation, and they ended up dropping those court cases because they lost this case against Dominion. So Dominion filed the lawsuit, leading to a $787 million settlement with the network 2 years later. I'm not optimistic that Musk has the self-control to avoid poking the bear with the possibility of more defamation lawsuits. He doesn't seem to get, taken to court for defamation. He just says shit and people just go, oh, that's Musk, who cares? Or whatever. I don't know. He should be taken to court for some of the things that he says. I think that Olympian was going to, but he's got so much money, he can just put I don't know what it's called, but where you can just use endless money to just make the court drag out so that until a person dies or they give up because they don't have the money to fight anymore. Right. And he's just got so much money that he can do that. He would be on safer ground if he stopped talking about election administration and voting technology. He doesn't understand the facts. When you have mail-in ballots and no proof of citizenship, Musk claimed, it's almost impossible to prove cheating. Again, outright lie. That to do mail-in ballots, you need voter ID and stuff, and all these things are double-checked against citizenships and against identification records, right? Especially mail-in ballots. It's almost impossible to prove cheating. This suggests that mail-in ballots are not validated to filter out ballots from ineligible or this suggestion that mail-in ballots are not validated to filter out ballots from ineligible or non-citizen voters is false, which is what I just said. With mail-in voting, the issuance of blank ballots is highly controlled. Mail-in voting processes ensure that blank ballots are sent only to registered voters, just like in-person voting. More specifically, before sending any ballots, election officials match them with voter registration records. Okay, so there is checks. Furthermore, when voters return marked ballots to their local election office, there's a strict verification protocol. Before a ballot can be scanned and counted, election officials confirm, and remember, election officials have people from both sides of the aisle, both double checking each other's work, kind of thing, yeah? So election officials confirm that the ballot return envelope has a barcode in the specific format that the election office uses. The barcode on the envelope links to a valid voter's registration record, and a ballot was actually mailed to the voter at hand, okay? So finally, signature verification is a critical part of ensuring that only valid ballots from eligible voters get accounted. Wow, you even got to fucking get signature verification. Man, the US has just got so much in its records of its citizens, hey? Like, I don't know, that's insane. Some larger jurisdictions even train, it's amazing they don't take people's fingerprints for it as well. Some larger jurisdictions even train their election staff and bipartisan teams on handwriting analysis from forensic experts associated with the FBI. Wow, that's really going quite far, isn't it? If a ballot return envelope is missing a signature, or if the signature doesn't appear to match the one in the voter registration files, the ballot might not be counted, or additional steps must be taken to validate the voter's eligibility and identity. Whether voting happens in person or by mail, the only ballots that are counted are those that are confirmed to be associated with an eligible voter, and ballots that cannot be associated with an eligible voter are not counted, period. Okay. Right, so he said a little bit up here. We've got a little bit of his stupid thing here. When you have mail-in ballots and no proof of citizenship, it's impossible to prove cheating, right? So that was to sort of counteract that stupid thing that he said. Musk also called it weird that Dominion voting machines were supposedly uncommon in much of the country, but used key precincts like Philadelphia and Arizona's Maricopa County. Doesn't that seem like a heck of a coincidence? Because Dominion voting machines aren't needed in like a little tiny town that's got 1,000 people, because the votes can be counted by hand. But when you're in a city like, I don't know, Philadelphia, it's just got like 3 million people or something, you can't count that by hand. Well, you could, but it might take fucking a week. You're never going to have a result for your election. So doesn't that seem like a heck of a coincidence? The answer is no. I can't do impressions. The answer is no, because this coincidence is a myth. So, sorry. I will not do impressions. Okay. Doesn't seem like, what was that? It's because that it's used in like big towns and stuff. Plus, they've got more information here about that. He said something else that was really stupid for his thing. Okay, this is it. This is the bit. Perhaps Musk's most bizarre argument came when he argued that US elections are vulnerable due to a lack of paper ballots. The last thing I would do is trust a computer program, he told the audience. Well, hell, don't get in a fucking Cybertruck or a Tesla, okay? Because the last thing I would do is trust a computer program to drive on the road. Holy shit. Don't get in a SpaceX capsule, because the last thing I would trust is a computer program to launch that thing and maybe bring it back down to the ground. Don't trust a computer program. Like, how? What the fuck? This is a very strange comment from a businessman who is pitching automated driverless robo-taxis and robo-vans that depend on computer-driven artificial intelligence to protect human lives, as well as computer-driven rockets that hope to extend human civilization through to colonization of Mars, and his Tesla robots that he wants wants to bring out. And he had like a whole conference with those the other day, and like they were all human controlled. It was pretty funny, actually. Because they were a robot, but there was like a person with a joystick controlling the robot, which we've had for many decades, and someone standing there talking and saying the replies to people, you know, from behind. So they were completely like just human controlled. So that's not a robot. But anyway, it still requires a computer program to do it. So I included that one because it was funny and I want to laugh at Musk. Here we go. And apparently Donald also went to a barber. Went to some barber and did like a question and answer thing. It was
Wait a
very
minute,
weird.
I spilled some. I'm very superstitious.
Voters were gifted the image of Donald Trump donning the McDonald's apron and being on French fry duty in Pennsylvania. Now, the reason he is doing this is because he wants to highlight what he is calling a lie from Kamala Harris when she says that she worked at McDonald's when she was attending university.
Okay,
I don't think that him being at the McDonald's proves that she didn't work at McDonald's. Apparently, they're making this claim because she didn't put her McDonald's experience on her resume when she was applying for jobs in law. Which by that stage, you know, she's probably got so much experience she doesn't need her McDonald's experience on there. And it wasn't really relevant, but yeah.
never worked here. I've now worked 15 minutes more than Kamala. So.
This is
I don't get... So basically, I am proving to everybody that I am the same as you because I have worked 15 minutes at McDonald's and he didn't even, like... If he was doing that and he was a real worker, get back to work, Donald. Get back to work. Stop speaking. Stop wasting time. Get back to work.
This is one of these unusual aspects of this election campaign. Kamala Harris has used her work experience at McDonald's as an example of why she knows what it's like to be a working person. Experience she says Donald Trump simply does not have. Donald Trump has accused her of lying about that experience. He's offered no evidence to suggest that she didn't work at McDonald's when she said she did. But this has become a very popular topic of conversation in some of the far reaches of the internet. So Donald Trump wanted to make sure that this was front and center again today.
Happy birthday, Kamala. Happy birthday. See you later.
I don't know. And then he went and hung out in some like barbershop where half the people in there look like the sort of people that would be getting deported by his mass deportation program that he wants. Oh my God, I have a notification. Probably from some idiot. I'm not going to look at it on stream. And our last story, I don't know what game I'm going to play, but our last story is just a silly story. Maybe we can all talk about what we think it is.
Look at those good dogs. Oh, up for a morning walk in the sunshine. 8:58 here on your Wednesday morning. Coming up on 9 o'clock, you got Sid Sixero and Meredith Shaw with you. Thanks for waking up with BT. A door into our soul. That's what this show is, right, Sid?
Well, we adore you.
Oh, so many things. Let's tell them why we're...
This is like morning television is such junk news. We have the same sort of shit in Australia. And then people take them seriously. But it's just junk news, really. Entertainment. But that's all right. Let's look at it. That's why I put it as the last story.
saying these things so that they don't think we've lost the plot.
So many door puns. Well, let's open the door and let you in. Someone, we can do a whole separate segment on people who have the time to do this. Someone was on Google Maps looking around Antarctica, okay?
As you do.
As you do, with a nice tea on a lovely afternoon.
Let's take a peek.
And it's around...
Bros never browse Google Earth like that. Google Earth is just brilliant. And you can get lost on Google Earth For hours on end.
The Japanese outpost known as Showa Station. Somebody, okay, long story short, someone thinks they found a door in the Antarctic. This is what it looks like.
To where, to who, to why?
There is now a massive online debate on whether this is a door into some nether region we've never been.
Hello, Narn.
Okay, comments in the chat. Do we think it's a door or not? They really don't resolve it with this article. But do we think it's a door or not? I think it looks to me like it's an area where like some snow has fallen away, probably in an avalanche of sorts, as we can sort of see this marked here. And here is sort of like the harder part of that didn't sort of break away with that. That's what I see. Some people see a door to the netherworld.
Just snow and ice stuff.
Like what? I can't see. What is? I can't see a door.
Maybe there's like a little door there. Or here. Like, that is not a door. I can't believe that people...
To me, that looks like a tooth. Where's the door?
The door, well, it's the rectangular thing we're looking at. What do you mean where's the door?
Okay.
I've seen numerous, in Empire Strikes Back, you saw numerous of these
see a door.
on Hoth,
Okay.
the ice planet to start the movie.
You spent many more hours in that land than
All
I
right,
have.
so door or not to door?
Door or not a door? Is that what we're playing? Is it a
Yes.
door or not a door?
Door
Is this news
or not
news?
a door? Not a door. Not a door. Okay. It's the new black and gold dress, yeah. Exactly. Ah, dear. Such garbage. But, you know, it's fun to look at garbage sometimes. Especially after I got so worked up on all that stuff. But that's good, though. I really needed to get it out. I was just so... And I'm going to go back in there, I know, and, like, start getting in more arguments with them. But, like, it's so unsatisfying. And because they delete your comments and shit. It's just... So I shouldn't do it. I shouldn't do it. But, you know, if we're not vigilant, you know, complacency and apathy allows the lords and masters to get away with anything they want. That's the whole point. That's the whole point of making it boring or gaslighting people so that people get tired and don't want to look at it, don't want to deal with it. And also the point of treating us like slaves, like making people work 40 hours a week, 40 hours a fucking week. We made robots so that it can do some work for us. And now that it's doing some of these tasks for us, we're still asked to work 40 hours a week. It's insanity, right? And there's people working a lot more than that. So, like, that is just wrong. And in America, they don't even get paid a living wage. It's insane. If you can't run your company by paying a living wage, then you are failing. Your company is failing. Anyway, I'm going to go off on another rant again, aren't I? But yeah. You might not want to fuck with politics, but politics will fuck with you. That's right. The inevitable. The inevitable. You can't run from the inevitable. Okay. I don't know what I'm going to play. I do kind of need to do a little bit more ATS. I could do more I Am Future and actually change the category to I Am Future, because even though I looked it up the other day and it said there was no category for I Am Future, there is actually a category for I Am Future. So I could play a little bit of that. Am I in the mood? Am I in the mood for I Am Future? I'm in the mood for like ATS. I wonder if let's see if the miles have been reached yet. Wow, it's slow going. I should contribute some miles. Introducing Louisiana. Is that a real? That is not a real picture of what it's going to look like, surely. That is so cool. And I figured out the other day what the person was telling me in chat. So Texarkana, well, I got some of what they said. Texarkana is in 3 states. So, because I only sort of got the bit that it was on the border of Arkansas and Texas, hence Texarkana, but it seems that it also stretches into Louisiana, as well. So it's like a combination of Texas, Arkansas, and Louisiana. Very clever. A little bit of trivia. All right, I'm going to go in and play a little bit of that. Why not? We can test out the new gaming stream that I made for it, so that chat's not in the way of the view. What else have we got here? The hacked vacuum. Very cool. That was fun. All right. It should just work if I press that here. But hold on, I want to do something first. Let's block the display. Let's go over to ATS. I haven't got a block display for it. Hold on. Oh, maybe I do. Yes, I do. Okay. Euro Truck has had another update. Rework on Germany? Interesting. All right. Oh, they have some news. I'm not going to open up the thing because I don't want to show the screen just yet, but there's some news that they're happy to announce that Driving Academy is now available for American Truck Simulator. A few weeks ago, we announced this new game module and showed you a preview of it in some of our streams, and now you can finally try it out for yourself. Driving Academy, we're venturing into a new territory. Inspired by user feedback from players who have told us that games have helped them grasp the basics of truck driving. Many have used it to get a sense of handling a truck and a trailer, learning how to maneuver in reverse. With this in mind, we thought we'd take it a step further with this free update, which includes a sets of scenarios designed to improve and expand these skills in a fun and captivating way. We prepared a short video explaining everything about it. It sounds like it's got trucks and trailers in it or something, which is another one of their games, but it's a really early one of their games that just concentrates on how to park games and stuff. How to park trucks and stuff, like how to park with a trailer. G'day, Horror Freak. Great to see you again. I'm having a bit of a surprise. It's also a little bit of an early stream that I started. So I thought I'd go in and do a little bit of American Truck Simulator. And I was just reading out Driving Academy release, which I think says October the 17th. So why don't I need an update? So that sounds pretty cool. I'm guessing it's kind of like that game we were talking about of theirs, the trucks and trailers thing. Oh, you saw me having my meltdown? Ranting, maybe? I had a big rant because YouTube kept deleting my comments and I was getting angry, frustrated because I couldn't say my piece. Yes and no. So, and I also had to get like sort of, because I won't go on like a video without a bit of makeup and stuff, and I had to do a video appointment with my doctor, and so I had to like clean my room up so that, you know, for the doctor, not that it's that messy, but, you know, make my bed and just make it look all nice for the doctor. And I figured, well, shit, if I got to go to that level, I'm going to do a stream. All right, I'm going to start American Truck. And then I think I can close that in the background. And if I move that off now, I also need to get like a desktop background that I actually own. I can't even tell you the artist that did that. I stole it off Reddit somewhere for as personal desktop backgrounds, but I kind of need one that sort of sits there when I'm doing streams. Hey. Let's see what comes up when I do this. Nothing. Awesome. Wait, why isn't my achievement list coming up? $18 of 110. I don't like that this game ties achievements to DLCs. I'm pretty sure the community requests that, but like, I wish it didn't do that. I know it's only to the map DLCs, which is kind of good. And pinball, the pinball game I was playing does the same thing, Pinball FX. They tie achievements to DLCs. And I don't think it's necessarily the fault of the game developer. It's a Steam thing. And so I think Steam needs to do something where it only adds the achievement to your list if you buy that DLC. So there is a change log, but it's not going to make me go somewhere. Maybe it... What? No. Oh, I clicked read more. Attention, highly pay attention. Okay. Let's go in here. I do want to go and make another coffee. Yeah, and I was getting all worked up over... We have this Australian senator, I don't know if you saw it. We had this Australian senator that, like, because the King's visiting, and she's Aboriginal, and she went in and said, "You are not my king, you are not my king, give us back our land," and stuff. And then, and now people are making fun of her and stuff, and I had a complete meltdown about that. Because she's right. I don't always agree with the way she does it, but she has a right to protest. You came in before that. Oh, you're lovely. You're lovely. Come support my streams all the time. Let's put the music on. Our music. Okay, that's pretty full on music there. Okay. Need a job. I wonder if... Let me just check. I don't know if I need to sleep and stuff and do that first. I've got no dailies for Fortnite, so I'm not really looking at going and playing that. I'm kind of waiting for my daughter to wake up so that we can go to the gym. So I'll probably stop like when she sort of gets up and says, "Hey Mum, I'm ready." We have really fucked up sleep in our household. It's like literally the middle of the day. Or actually the end of the day? I don't know. But we interact with people internationally, and so it kind of... That's how we end up like this. Okay. Okay. I don't need to sleep or anything. Let's get a job. Not a quick job. How do I do it? External contracts. Alright. I mean, we go all the way through. It's a long way. Oh, it's not that way long. We've done those before. 545 miles. Yeah, you can see that. Oh, that's good. And our comments, your comments, chat, should come up here now in a spot that isn't going to block, like, the view. And they'll then sort of disappear after a little bit. I found it's so cute. It's such a cute little overlay that I found. Okay, this one goes to the same place but a different path. What? No, that one's definitely too long. How is that one shorter? Wow, maybe we should do that. That's something a bit different. Oh, it's one of... I get myself in so much trouble with those things. They're really long, those trailers. $66 a month. Wait, this one... Oh no, that one goes a long way. Too far. $55 a mile. Okay. 280 miles. $22 now. That one's better. It's $55. Ooh, what's this one? Whoa, okay, it goes a bit too far. I don't want to do a big long drive on stream. Like, not today anyway. Maybe one day. Maybe one day. It's fun to do big long drives like that. I think that one's good. We get to drive into Oklahoma. I get $55 a mile. The little cars. Oh, hold on. I want to do something first. I'm probably going to jump around the screen a little. Maybe, maybe not. And I want to go and make a coffee before I actually go on the run. Okay. Okay, I think I like that one. My trailer is ready. Right there. Okay, cool. Well, as I said, I want to go make a coffee. I'm going to pop it onto the pause screen and I'll be right back. Okie dokie, I'm back. Alright, so I've got to pick it up from right here. Okay. So that one? Yeah. Yeah, right there. It looks like that's my car's there. Okay. Oh, shit. Okay.
Time to hit the road.
Christ, I can't even remember from like what? I haven't played for 2 weeks or something. Put my gaming Bible out. Gosh, now I can't find the ATS. There we go. Right. Hopefully that should be close enough. Engine on off. Oh, I did that already. Okay. Can I go forward? Yep. I was looking for the parking brake and the engine and what have you. There does seem to be some sort of hopefully they've fixed it. There's some sort of like bug with the controller where it was not turning the lights on. Maybe they fixed it. We'll see. Come on, go backward. Wait, that is not even... My cars is over here. It's these cars right here. No? Maybe I should actually spy it with my eyes. There it is. I was trying to pick up the wrong load. All right. All right, I don't know if I've... Oh yeah, I'll be able to do it. No worries, look at that. Okay, and press that. Press that.
Time to get the job done.
Nice. All right. All right, let's see whether I have lights or not. I don't know. I don't know. It's not turning on the high beam even. That's not turning on the high beam. I feel like I need to go and remind the controls what the control is. There's nothing. There's no high beam turning up at all. Even the actual high beam key. Is this a bug? Do we know? Do we know if this is a bug? Well, it must be a bug. Do we know if they're aware of the bug? Not here. Maybe I have a conflicting one, but it was working. At one stage it was working, no problem, and now it's like... it doesn't acknowledge it at all. Because it was working fine when I first started playing, like this season. Like the first streams that I was doing, I had no problem at all with the lights. And then maybe it was the truck? But wait, that shouldn't matter. That shouldn't make a difference. And then like the last 2-3 streams that I've played ATS, I've had this problem where it's not turning my lights on. So I don't know. Okay. Let's go up here. So I reset it. There's no save feature. So I'm going to assume that it's saved. And then just return to the game. No. Wrong buttons. Pressing the wrong button. Let's drive. Right. There we go, high. That would be off, I think. That's off, so that's off high beam. So technically my lights should be on. Stop. See if I've got a button for looking at myself. Cabin field of view. No. I believe I did set one. It was like C or something. No. Number 2 on the keyboard. Yo. My lights aren't on. Oh, there is a light. Oh. Okay, I'm gonna guess those are okay. Wait, where's the height? And that's high beam. Those are the lights that the cops want me to have on, I'm guessing. Yay, they seem to be working. All right, to get back into the, I'm going to assume number 1. All right, let's go. Let's go on the journey. We're going through Oklahoma? We're going into Oklahoma? Done any miles lately? Horror? Oh, this feels all really weird for some reason. Okay. Oh, we got some laggy shit going on there. Oh. You have? Did you drive those 3 million miles since I last looked at it? Well, we've got 3 weeks. We could do it. We could do it.
Oh, Jesus, take the wheel.
Whoa,
Where in the
okay,
goddamn hell
sorry.
you driving? You're speeding. Watch your speed.
I will admit I was not paying attention, Granny. Gosh, don't hit the sports car. That would be an expensive payout. Yeah, I don't know. I wonder if we'll get there. Started to stream last night, but your cat wanted to go to bed. I didn't get to see. I did not. What was I doing yesterday?
Go straight on. That's right.
When your cat wanted to go to bed. Yes. One day I'll catch a stream and maybe you can introduce me to Thor. I always check my sidebar because I do want to catch one of your streams. So I always check my little sidebar to see if your icon pops up. You don't have a cam, but you do have pics. Maybe you can slide some pics onto the view. I'm gonna take, because I don't have pics yet set up for it, but I'm gonna take like a little video of the two cats, my cat and my daughter's cat. I'm gonna include it in a link. Like if you write !cats, it tells you about our cats.
I feel like I'm driving in the devil's chariot.
Yeah,
Watch
for
your
like
speed.
30 seconds, not even, Granny. Calm down. Yeah, if you write !cats, it tells you about our cats. And I'm going to also add a link to like a mini video that shows the cats. Your stream. I might have been watching the boys because Boy and I always watch the Boy streams. I'm subscribed to Boy and I find their stuff really good. They're really funny boys, but also very educational. And it's nice to hang in a community of people that sort of think the same. And like politically, it's kind of safe space. So I always watch theirs, and they've switched to like a one day a week on Mondays, which is a bit disappointing, but you know, that gives them more time to make good videos for us. That they did their first like 6-hour stream yesterday, and they were on till 6 or something, so, or maybe 5 or something. So yeah, because I did look and check and you weren't so on, so I always check, so you know, I'm sure one day I'll catch you, because I absolutely would love to come in and show you some support as well. I'm really grateful for your company and the support that you've shown my stream. I mean, I'm used to talking to nobody. But I'm an only child, so I always talk to myself. Which I guess, you know, especially for someone that's your normal time is around 1 p.m. I'm gonna go over here.
Now keep left there.
Later for us. Yeah, but like I said, we interact with people from overseas and stuff, so, you know, that kind of, like, I'm used to sort of staying up wacky hours, though I'm trying to fix that. I'm trying to be a little bit better for my own health, like, because as you get older, I guess you'll notice, like, it's harder to recover from staying up all night or staying up like late, and then getting a small amount of sleep. Like drinking too. Like I don't drink very much. Certainly in my uni days, I had party time. And that was easy. I had no problem.
Caution!
But these
Watch your
days,
speed.
just a couple of drinks or next day I feel it. You know, I got an upset tummy and just generally feel shitty. Why have I still got a blinker on? Okay. So yeah, don't recover from that as easily. I don't drink very often, so I guess it's probably part of that as well. But yeah, just those sort of things. Can't do it as well. Hard work. Can't recover as easily from hard work. Like I actually have to split doing the lawn up into a couple of days now. Like I do it over a couple of days instead of just pushing ahead and doing it all in one day, because it just wears me out. And the next day I'll be like my body will be hurting if I do it all in one day these days. I do have to get myself more fit again. Like started going to the gym again and stuff, but only recently. And so, you know, all of that has become a lot tougher. There's a lot going on here. A lot of obstacles that aren't quite obstacles. Wow, they're building a new bridge. I wonder if they're really building a new bridge that we'll be able to access. This is so cool. Why is the 45 miles per hour through roadworks? That seems a bit unrealistic.
Oh Lord, watch your speed.
Oh God. And here I am saying that it's too fast through roadworks and I'm breaking even that speed limit. Oh, I don't need to move over. We drove up to Brisbane once and there was roadworks near Ballina, which is town sort of, but anyway, doesn't matter. There's this big long highway that goes all the way up the east coast of Australia. And we did that and they had roadworks that extended for 20 kilometres or something, and it took 2 hours to get through it. Insanity. So they'd like, what they do is they're doing a maintenance on the highway, and then when they get to the end of the highway, they will go all the way back to the beginning of the highway and start again. And so there will always be somewhere on that highway where there's a 2-hour delay. Yeah, pretty wild. And you travel at 10 kilometres an hour, which I don't know what that is in miles, but the math bot might be able to convert it if you really needed to. "10 kilometres an hour." And every now and then it'd go, oh, you can go for 80 here. And we'd speed up to 80, and by the time you get up to 80, it'd be like, no, change back to 10 again. Okay, switch lanes. Oh my God, last time I played, I just went so totally, just kept missing turn-offs. 6.2 miles per hour. That's you. That's not the math bot. 6 miles an hour. There you go. For 20 kilometres.
and then keep left.
Left. And then keep left. The more left, okay? Awesome.
Keep left and then exit left.
I'm exiting. Hey, you're supposed to turn your blinker off to exit in America. You have to turn it off. You have to turn your blinker on to exit in Australia. This is a cruisy journey.
Left there.
Maybe I've spoken too soon or jinxed myself, but I'm feeling cruisy. Wait, am I going off here, Granny? No. You have to, yeah, cool. Because I have to admit, I was feeling kind of self-conscious about that action. Because I try to follow the Australian road rules in American Truck Simulator and Euro Truck Simulator. Well, they'd be kind of close. Road rules are road rules, I would imagine. For the most part, I guess they would be very similar. Most people don't. And you know, I think that's the same here, and they don't... Well, yeah, they do indicate when they change lanes. But they don't indicate when they're coming off a roundabout. And you're supposed to indicate not just going on to the roundabout, but as you're coming off the roundabout. That's the correct usage of a roundabout anyway. If we come across one, I'll do it. I don't know if that's a law in America, but I know that's how you use them in the UK. And that's how you use them here in Australia, but no one does it. My daughter does. But and I do when I'm on my track. I also indicate when I'm going around the roundabout and as I'm coming off the roundabout. Okay, switching lanes to where? Not here. Okay, cool. Here. Oh, in the devil's chariot. I know.
Hell, you driving? You're speeding. Watch your speed.
Oh, that was a lag spike. Oh, that stuff with Lydia Thorpe, the senator, that just all got me so worked up. People are so horrible to the First Nations people. I don't understand why some people can't see or understand or acknowledge what they went through, and that how that still affects them today, and how it's even still happening today, and especially in some areas of Australia. There's more Aboriginals, obviously, that end up getting, percentage-wise with their population, that end up getting imprisoned, similarly to black people in America. A lot of them die in prison, or they experience, even kids copping abuse from the cops in prison and dying. it's systemic racism, you know, that exists, and I just don't understand that within yourself. I don't understand how someone can have that within themselves. I guess the superiority complex that they have. To think that you're somehow superior or better, or that someone is lesser than you simply because of their race, gender, you know, identity. Someone somehow lesser. I don't understand that. Someone that people can justify
He's
that.
right.
And I sort
and
of
then exit right.
I get the psychology part of it, like
Exit
that some
right.
people are like that, but and perhaps even lacking certain empathies and stuff, and that some people aren't capable of it. But I don't understand why. You know, well, I do. They're lacking it mentally. They're lacking the neurons or whatever that allow them to feel that.
Keep left and then turn left.
I think that there's a lot of logic in just
Turn left.
understanding that people are just people. Doesn't matter the color of their skin. Like, you know, the old thing, you know, we all bleed red. I'm going to get a fine. What the? I should have looked first.
Turn left.
At least I didn't crash. Hey, that was a good journey. I wonder how what it's gonna do for parking. And these days, people just saying things so brazenly, like everyone is fine with that sort of thinking. I'm concerned that everyone is starting to get fine with it, or a lot of people are starting to get fine with that sort of thinking. Or are they just weird bots? Paid disinformation specialists or something. Okay, this is gonna be interesting. I'm gonna try. Okay, so I should be turning it, no, this way. I think. Oh, I don't know, that's gonna be hard. I don't know, I came up with a few sort of moral stances when I was very young, just as part of like being a human and knowing that all humans are human. And I don't think that was a immature stance or I think that that's a good thing to think, even though I was only a little kid, and I've held on to that. It's one thing to not agree with someone. This is not going to work. Oh my gosh, it's so long. And have that sort of thing. But like when you're seriously just like hating on people for for their identity, it's there's no intelligence to that, I guess. And it's just showing us that they're awful people as far as I'm concerned. That they don't have any morals or consideration for other humans, no compassion for others. Somehow believing that we don't live in a society. Oh, a little bit of paint scratch there. Kind of edging it in, kinda. Ooh. I don't think I'm going to get very far with that one. Maybe. This is hard. It's because it's so long and I can't straighten up properly. Okay. This is harder than some of the tight squeezes I've had. Keep going. Okay, okay. Okay, that's not quite right. Oh, it's sort of working. Maybe if I started a bit lower down. I'm not going to now, hopefully. I have to restart. Am I backing? Oh. Now I'm going too far that way. No, this way. I don't know. Kind of working. I feel like I'm gonna end up in a different situation that I can't fix. Potentially. Almost like, no, either way is still turning. Oh my gosh. Oh my. No, too far. I feel I might end up having to skip this one because I can't figure out the math. Oh my gosh, is that... What is the red thing on my dash? There's like a red symbol. Is it the reverse? No, it's not the reverse. Turn around in the parking lot. Okay, I'm probably a bit too far this way now. Maybe not. I know what you're saying to me. I know what you're saying. Can I turn back around though? I can do it, I can do it. Alright, let's go. Turn this way, turn this way, turn this way. Okay. I mean, I could have gone the other way and turned around, potentially. No? Come up beside it here. That doesn't seem like the right way, though. No, I wouldn't have been able to because of the... Come on, come on, come on. Turn around. No, no, forward, forward now, forward. Yo, that's it. That is Very clever. And it wasn't even... It was quite logical, actually. It's very good. Okay. No. Okay, maybe if I look out the back first. Oh, wow, it's sort of almost even in the spot now. So, okay, math this in my head. Turn like you're leaving. Just take your time. Okay. But yeah. But I was sort of... Okay. I thought about that before, kind of, and then I thought, but then it shouldn't matter which angle I'm taking it from then, which way I'm kind of turning. Nope, that's wrong. Yeah, I think you might be, again, correct. Because it drags the trailer that way a bit. Truck drivers are good at math. They're very good at this visual spatial sort of part of math, aren't they? To envisage how to park these gigantic things every day. Okay, we're almost there. Almost. I need to go forward a bit again. No, this way. Like I'm leaving. Okay. I turn it this way. No. Stop. Let's turn it the other way again. Alright. That will swing it in a little. And I've almost straightened it up. Oh, where would I be without you, horror? Where would I be without you? Stop. Straight now. Why didn't it engage it? Should have. Was good. Not quite in there, right? Maybe. Be a little bit more precise for it to be happy. Now I'm too far over to the wall. Okay. And whoa, stop. No, I need to go back the other way a little bit. Oh my. I can do it though. I will get it. No, this way, this way. Turn it a bit so it turns a little bit. There we go. Now straighten up. Drove over something, obviously, that I wasn't supposed to. Hitting something somewhere that I'm not supposed to. Oh my. Oh my, oh my, my. Go forward. I asked you to go forward. Almost there. Look at that. That's pretty good lining up. Now I just have to get it backwards without fucking it. This is it. This is the one. Maybe a little more. Now it's not the one because I went too far a little more. What am I stuck on? Nothing. Come on, it's gotta click now. It's gotta go green. Come on. Yes. Stop. Thanks again for teaching me how to play the game. It says I'm a professional. It says I've only got one more level to be an instructor. All right. That was all right. That was pretty good. Continue. Oh, a point to spend. No point just in time. They're irrelevant. I guess fragile. That's the one that I'm up to. We do fuel economy at the end, I've been told. That's the sort of last one that you fill up. And just in time is irrelevant while we're on external contracts anyway, as far as I know. All right. I'm keen for another one. Oh, well, I have to, because I have to go back to Arkansas. I like to at least finish in Arkansas. If I need to, like, write that. Is that what it's telling me? There's not going to be any jobs. Maybe like... Okay. More cars. I have done those sort before. Going back to Springdale though, I did write spring, didn't I? Let's try... El Dorado or Pine Bluff. That's a long way. Is that Pine Bluff? There. Little Rock could be good. Wow, $76 a mile. Hey, that's all right. There's another one for Little Rock. 70. I don't think you can see this one. $71 a mile. This one's 76 though. Okay, and what's the other place? Pine Bluff. None. Let's take the one in Little Rock. It's $76. Oh, an hour and 10. I can do that in an hour. And we're doing it now. I wonder if those are included in just-in-times. Like external just-in-time contracts.
Okay,
I wonder
here we
if
go.
that exists. Oh dear, where do I have to go to pick this thing up? Oh, over there. Do I need to sleep? Probably. Okay, so I'll probably do that and then pick it up. Let's see if I remember. What is that red thing on my dash? Have I got like my... I don't know. The V button pressed or something. I don't know. It turns something on. Okay, lights. Oh, we had the lights, that's right. They're not working again. Air pressure. In my tyres? Do my tyres need air pressure? Brake?
Get ready to turn right. Turn right.
Oh. It's a truck thing. That might be why sometimes it gets a bit airy. Like it feels like it's not quite responding. It's way better than the other truck. But sometimes it feels like it takes a bit to get it to
Go straight on.
to get it to sort of stop when I'm going backwards or something. I looked up that movie that you... I looked it up on stream. That's right. That was awesome. I do want to watch that one. We watched a movie though the other day. Me and my son. Outbreak? It's on Netflix. We were going to watch Predator and then we watched Predator. We watched Predator last night. The 2018 Predator we watched. Which had so many like Hollywood stars. Had heaps of stars in it. I was going to sleep before I picked this up. Oh my gosh, now I've probably missed my opportunity. Sleep, 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 sleep. Yeah, it looks like it. Hopefully I'll remember on my way out. Yeah, we watched Predator. No, it was fun. It wasn't too bad. It was like typical Hollywood sort of action flick. A bit corny and stuff, but this other one, Outbreak. I think it was called Outbreak. I'll look it up in a sec. And it was a Philippine zombie movie, and it was so weird. It was like it was a B-grade-ish sort of movie, but which I love. I love the corniness and cheesiness of B-grade, so that's not a problem for me. Oh, looks like I can sleep here. Yeah, that's not a problem for me, but it was like really, the script was really awesome in some ways, and then it'd be really stupid in other ways.
Go
like
straight
really,
on. That's right.
really dumb. Like some of the choices that they'd make and stuff were like, why? Of course, like all of those sort of movies where you go, why did they make that stupid choice? Right? Let me just check if it was called Outbreak. Let's pause. Oh my god, my phone's covered in makeup. Outbreak movie. No, it wasn't 1995. Philippines. 2024. Alright. No. That's... What the hell? It's showing me like a measles outbreak that occurred in the Philippines. Movie. Outside. Outside, not Outbreak. Zombie horror movie. Outside follows the family of 4 in the Philippines as they attempt to survive an undead outbreak that's plaguing the country. The longer they stay holed up in an abandoned house, the threats start coming from inside instead of out. Pretty basic premise, right? That's all fine. And it's like, yes, stay here at this beautiful castle. Like everywhere is going to be like infested or whatever, you know, like anywhere that you go is eventually going to get overrun. And me and my son had this sort of discussion about whether at that stage of an outbreak or something, like obviously zombies, but like say there's an apocalypse, at what stage do you go it alone? Is it better to go it alone, or is it better to try and look for like a government setup where you know, where they'll look after you and stuff like that? And you know, you watch The Walking Dead and stuff, and everywhere that they've set up a big society of some sort eventually gets overrun, eventually gets, I know it's all fiction, but like it eventually gets overrun and fails, you know. So is it better to let's change the category. Shift tab, let me out. Is it better to try and go it alone for a while, you know? American Truck Simulator, that's it. Playing ATS, Arkansas. Because you have control over your space, right? So they were staying at this huge mansion, and it was like, and we were sort of like, this is an awesome place. All you have to do is fortify it, you know? And she was like, let's go. And he was like, no, I want to stay here. And which is, you know, the usual sort of movie trope that they have. And that's fine, you know, that's all cool. We're like, me and my son are sort of, you know, having a debate over whether which one was better. Wow, this is weird. It spit out 2 responses here. I changed the title and I changed the game. Yes, I did do that. Wow, that was very clever, Fossapot. And so yeah, was it, you know, better to, and I was kind of like, well, I think at this stage, you know, you're sort of better at going it alone for a little bit. Anyway, what I found interesting about the movie was not so much the horror part. That was all well and good. That's all fine, you know. It was more and the stupid choices that they were making. It was more the writing of the father of the father character was incredible as far as I'm concerned. Whoever... Stop the engine. No, we already rested. Whoever wrote it, you can tell, had experienced trauma from a cluster B personality disorder or a narcissist, yeah? Because they wrote the character perfectly. Like, he was the main character and he was absolutely awful. And it wasn't just that he was a bad guy, it was scripted very well,
Never mind.
very
sugar. I'll find us a
accurately
new way.
for how narcissists act. You know, abusive people or cults, cult leaders and stuff, how they act. And abusive people.
Go straight on. That's right.
But also their sort of motivations or non-motivation. It was just very accurately
turn
written about that sort of personality. But then it had all these really
Turn
cheesy
left.
sort of movie tropes that were kind of cheesy written, you know, cliche. But I love all that. And it was pretty good. Like the zombies part of it was all really good. As I said before the other day, I don't consider zombie movies to be horror. It depends on what they are. Like Night of the Living Dead, that was horror. but ones that sort of try to base really well in that post-apocalyptic sort of the science part of it, I kind of really like that. They try to make it like it could be something that would happen. Like they try to make it something that could be real.
Get ready
I
to
like
turn
that.
left.
That puts it more into the post-apocalyptic
Turn left. And then,
genre
you know it,
for me.
Continue straight on.
But yeah, what was it called?
Now you drive
Outside.
safe, you hear? Turn left.
Right. Yeah. And where is it? Oh, over there.
Go straight on. That's right.
I'm trying to do health things. Had been overworking a little bit. Every time I get off the stream, I then I seem to have driven past it. I end up working then on the stream and doing all this stuff, and it's like I'm not really taking a break from it. But I have started to more recently trying to do more healthy things, and yes, okay, I'll watch a movie sort of thing, you know, and because it's good to take a break for your brain. I get too worked up, like, over things like news and politics. And while I say, yeah, you can't ignore it, because obviously I don't, I also recognize you have to take a break for your own health, you know? All right. Oh, that was some pretty chunky lags there. I don't really know why I get these weird lag spikes. My computer is powerful enough to do what we're doing, what the streaming, and sounds like something you need to watch. Yeah, I mean, and it's English dub too, so you don't have to read, which I don't mind things that are in their original language. Have you ever seen Train to Busan? It's just the game laggy, yeah. Oh my gosh, you haven't? Oh, that's like AAA zombie movie, but from Korea. I think it's in Korean though, and so you have to read, but it is really good. Oh, it's like 10 out of 10, really good movie. Everyone goes on about it. It's got Train to Busan. Come on, we can go back. We can go back a little faster. And like I've said, I'm not really a zombie movie fan. Like, I don't know if I've actually said that, but like
Now you drive
I've
safe, okay?
consumed more of it since the one that my friend mentioned the other day, 28 Days Later, because it's that proper post-apocalyptic genre, you know?
Go straight on.
He comes out of his coma or whatever he was in, just like in The Walking Dead, just like Rick in The Walking Dead, and there's nobody around. It's amazing. Oh, another great one. Not zombies. Oh, does it have zombies of sorts? Like they're people that have been changed by a comet. It's a really old movie. I think 1984. It's called Night of the Comet.
Turn right.
And it's that thing where they come out of, like, they wake up and there's nobody there. Like everybody's disappeared. I love those sort of movies. Because I guess one day I want to be able to go to a supermarket and just like get everything for free. You put it in your queue? Yeah, it's worth it. Oh, which one? Train to Busan or outside? Both. Have them both. But Train to Busan is way better.
And
like
then turn left.
it's like premium.
Turn left.
Yeah, it's a premium one. Left? No lights? Okay. I mean, like, premium as in good movie. You wish to walk into any house, yeah. Yeah, and just, like, pick the house that you want to live in, like a huge mansion. And fortify it. Ooh. Oh. Yeah, I love those scenes in movies where they go in and they try on all the clothes and they... Headlight usage. Fuck off. And they try on all the clothes and they pick a whole, like, post-apocalyptic outfit from the supermarket. We also don't need wipers. There we go. I wonder if I'm being fined for having... No, it's definitely that my lights aren't on. There's the head, the high beam. Hopefully that's on low beam. In Australia, you don't have to have your headlights on, only at night. I feel like I'm driving okay today. I hope I'm not jinxing myself, but I do feel like I'm doing a bit better today. Wichita River? Oh, we should have stopped and looked. Mind you, this truck makes a huge difference. thing that got me into post-apocalyptic stuff, I don't know, I've always sort of thought about that aspect becoming true. Well, probably the Bible. When I was young, my mum sent me to church, Presbyterian church, for a short time until I figured out, so that I would have that sort of background knowledge, and then I could make my own decision as to whether I wanted to go or not. Which eventually I dropped out of Sunday school because I was missing the cartoons on Sunday morning. And I wanted to watch the kids' cartoons, so eventually I went, no, I don't want to go anymore. But yeah, like Revelations in the Bible is that's some pretty full-on stuff that they tell kids. But there was a book that we read as part of English at school called Z for Zachariah. It's part of the curriculum. And there's a movie about it now. It's a very slow movie. I really liked it, but it is a slow movie. Which is about a girl that's kind of... She stays in a farmhouse and just kind of is living after a nuclear apocalypse. And it's sort of about her survival, and this person turns up.
I keep left there.
And she sort of whether he's injured or something, or she injures him, I don't know. But anyway, he ends up staying there for a while with her, yeah. And that kind
keep
of...
left, and then turn left.
That sort of got me into that literature, I guess. That sort of stuff. Ooh. Here. She wants me here. Out here. Oh, nearly missed it. So yeah, Z for Zachariah. It was a teenage, young adult fiction, which I didn't know at the time. I always thought it was adult, and then I only found that out I guess when the movie came out, that it was a young adult fiction book. It's very good. Another one that's young adult fiction that's a really good movie is Tomorrow When the War Began, which is an Australian book by John Marsden, and it's about and they turned it into a movie, and it's about and I think there's a show too, a kids show.
Caution!
And it's about Australia being invaded by the Chinese and how these kids fight back. But it's really good. So I love all that sort of thing. Right. Oh gosh, I'm glad I didn't miss that turn off. Oh, last time I played, I missed so many turn offs. So frustrated with myself. That's kind of also why I went, I'm not playing last stream. I was a bit pissed off with myself for having missed so many turn offs in the previous session. And it was good to have a break and play I Am Future for a little while. Introduce everyone to that game. It's a very cute little game. Independent developers. You can keep an eye out for the Steam Halloween sale. They must bring it a bit closer to Halloween. I don't know. I guess because it's American, I'm expecting them to have it all month. Because y'all celebrate Halloween all month. Which is pretty cool, if you ask me. It's a fun thing. I think I've said it before, it's actually supposed to be Easter in Australia. Technically, if you look at what all these holidays actually mean. Halloween's a harvest festival. and you know, you're supposed to be shoring up the supplies for the coming winter. And it's, I believe the winter equinox or something. It's like very, no, it can't be the shortest day of the year. That's around Christmas. But it's like heading into it's the equinox. It's the autumn equinox. That's right. And it's heading into winter. And so it's a harvest festival for that. And it's spring for us. We're supposed to be planting seeds, which is what Easter's about. The eggs and renewal and rejuvenation and all of that sort of stuff. That's what this time of year for us, or for Easter, that's what it's supposed to be about. So technically we should be having Easter in Australia. And that would make more sense. But I enjoy celebrating Halloween these days with all my Northern Hemisphere friends. It's pretty fun time of year. And it reminds us that Christmas is coming, which is the funnest time of year. You get to hang out with your family, and eat good food. It's usually pretty hot in Australia, so we might go swimming. And see, in July, we go skiing, and we call it Christmas in July, and that's what we do. We go skiing. And in this area where I live, we kind of celebrate Christmas in July, which is also a very cool thing, because it actually snows, not where I am, but not far from here. It snows, and so they do have Christmas in July for that reason, because of the snow.
Now keep left there.
Left? I'm right, okay. Was she talking about the last turn off? Not asking me to change lanes, she must have been. So yeah, another, 11 days? 10 days? 9. Oh my, math. 9 days till Halloween. And I have my Halloween cup ready for stream. And I'll probably stream on the 31st. Like the 31st here in Australia. And sort of do a Halloweeny stream, which is going to be a bit off for Americans, because that would be... Oh, drove over that tyre. That first tyre that was on the ground. That'll be like the 30th? So I guess I might be able to do my Friday stream as well, and then that would also be Halloween. It's just that it would be the first here for us. It would be, All Hallows Eve is the 30th. I don't know. Is that Halloween? Anyway, it would be the day after for us. And I would still be able to celebrate Halloween on the stream, because that's what it would be for Americans. And I might put some decorations so they can be seen on the stream, and a witch's hat. I'll wear a witch's hat. Maybe. But yeah, I was thinking I might stream on the Thursday while trick-or-treat's happening. You won't be able to see any of the trick-or-treats. I was thinking of setting up a camera out the front, but I was like, how am I going to do this? Because I don't actually have the means to connect it to my computer. I don't think I have Bluetooth. I could buy like a thing that you can add to your computer that makes it Bluetooth, but I haven't bothered. Yeah, but I might eventually, because I might want to set up like multiple cams. Who knows? If I ever get like a really nice camera, then I'll just set up this C920 Logitech thing as a like second camera somewhere to switch to and do cool things with. But yeah, I was thinking of setting up something like that where I could see the trick-or-treaters. But that might also be like an invasion of privacy for people. I wouldn't want to do that, and their kids as well. But it's fun. So we'll go out like the day before. A lot of people here have already got their Halloween decorations up, but we just do it for the one day. And we put our decorations out, and we buy lots of candy for the kids. We've learnt not to put the candy out the front. Some people still do. I don't know. That's it. One year we put a bowl of candy out the front, and these shits came along, and they would have been 14, 15 years old, which fine. I don't care if you want to trick-or-treat at 14, 15 years. That's fine. But act like a 14 or 15-year-old. Nah, they tip the whole bowl into their candy bag. So we've never done that again. Some people wreck it for everyone.
Now keep left
Please
there.
pull in for a vehicle inspection. Oh, okay. It's not just yet. Oh, over here. It's like I didn't agree with the lockdowns
Recomputing.
either of COVID, but in the end, some people wreck it for everyone. Like, couldn't they just figure out that that's what we needed to do, and then we wouldn't need a law? Just stay at home. But no, they couldn't figure that out, so everybody got locked down hard for it. And it's the same with free speech in a way. People are going to wreck it for everyone. They're going to take our voice away over misinformation, and that's going to take everyone's voice away. Because some people don't know how to stop lying and being disingenuous. Some people don't know how to be responsible with their voice. And so we're all going to lose that privilege.
Now keep left there.
Left? Why? Oh, I see. Same with Fortnite. There was a glitch in the shop, and apparently people were taking advantage of this glitch and getting bundles for a couple of hundred V-bucks by doing these transactions. They'd buy something from the Fortnite shop, and then they'd return it, and then their friend would buy them the bundle it was a glitch, and someone would buy the bundle for the person, and they'd only have to buy it for a couple of hundred V-bucks then, because it reduces the price of the bundle if you own something in it. And people started taking advantage of the glitch. They'd return the item that they bought and they'd get a refund for it, but then someone would be able to buy the entire bundle for the person for a couple of hundred V-bucks as a result of the glitch. Now, I never knew about this glitch, but, people took advantage of it. People kept doing it. Apparently existed for quite a while. And now they've taken away that altogether. So You can still gift bundles to people, but if they own anything out of the bundle, you can no longer top them up. So I used to use it. I'd buy a skin for my kids or my friend, or perhaps they bought it themselves. And then I'd see the bundle pop up in the shop and I'd go, oh, it's only 500 V-bucks to go and give that, to give the rest of the bundle to my friend. I'll do it, you know, because I get 320, it's worked out, $320 worth of V-bucks for free every year because of Save the World. I'll buy this for my friend, you know, it's only 500 V-bucks or 300 V-bucks. One of the bundles for my friend, it was only going to cost 100 V-bucks to top it up and give him the rest of the gear out of the bundle, simply because he owned the skin. Well, they've taken that option away now. You can still gift a bundle, but not to people that own anything out of the bundle. So everybody misses out because of a glitch. And there's all these people in the comments going, well, if you weren't smart enough to take advantage of it, sucked into you. And it's like, no, you just fucked it for everyone. Oh, they won't make any money now. No, you're stealing money from them. So, you know, of course they're going to fix it. Whoops. But now that option's removed for everyone, so no more topping up friends for bundles, you know. I think Steam did the same thing with trading. I think that something was going on with trading. I don't know why they removed the trading system. They removed gift games, effectively removing the trading system pretty much. And I got into the trading a bit with people. People were taking advantage of things in the market. I know that that's going on or was going on. I can't remember the exact issue that they were having with Steam trading, but the few disadvantaged the many, and they took it away. They practically took it all away from us. Gifting. Gifting games and stuff, like you can gift a game, but you can't now hold it in your library and decide if you want to give it to somebody else. You can't. There's not very many packs out there, so I think Project Zomboid is one of them where you can buy.
The devil's chariot. Watch your speed.
She doesn't even give me a chance to slow down. You can buy like a 4-pack of Project Zomboid.
And then turn right.
And you can keep, if you don't own it, you can keep a copy for yourself, and you end up with 3 copies of the game put into your inventory so that you can gift it to your friends. And there's very, very few games on Steam that have that. I think Project Zomboid, I think Tabletop Simulator has it, but once you own it, you can't buy extra copies of it like that. So I could go and buy like Tabletop Simulator, but I'll only get 3 copies of Tabletop Simulator, not 4.
Exit right.
I think it might not even give me the option for that anymore.
Keep left, and then turn left.
Yeah, these people wreck it for us all.
Turn left.
People acting like it's some sort of survival of the fittest. Like we're still cavemen or something. Still trying to evolve. Some of them are still trying to evolve, I think. Maybe that's why they keep using this survival of the fittest mentality. But we live in a society, in modern society, for fuck's sake. You know, we don't need this survival of the fittest mentality. We need compassion and stuff and to work within a framework so that society operates fairly. And functions. My daughter woken up yet? Oh, I see a light. I see a light on. She must have woken up. I'm gonna finish this probably and head off. Finish this
Go straight on. That's right.
delivery. Oh, I did 3.5 hour sneaky stream. Don't you drive out in front of me, bro.
Keep right and then turn right.
Feel like that's
Turn
what
right.
his plan was there. Gonna drive in front of me.
Oh, get ready to turn left. Turn left.
This is pretty little town. I've been here before, obviously, yes. Left. Blinker. Blinker on. Yep.
Get ready to turn
I won't
right.
stop it straight away. I'll go and ask her what the plan is, and maybe I'll get another half hour.
Turn right. Turn right.
Security check. Alright, it's gonna set me up for another one.
We're finished.
I'm gonna go to the gym. I wanna go and sit in the sauna and the spa. Yes, it's a 40 XP for sure. I'll take it. Let's go. All right. Probably could have driven around the other way and then I would have been able to turn around a bit better. But there's plenty of room here to turn around. G'day, mate. How's your day? How you going? Right. I see. You're on a lunch break? It's Marco. Okay. Don't know what I did to offend him. He doesn't want to talk to me. Ignoring me like that? It's so rude. Whoa, don't do that. We're supposed to be going straight, not turning. What are you doing? Oh, I also made a bot command, like just kind of put some bot commands that were pretty random for people and they might discover over time. But I did one called Book Club, and then like from that it tells you can look up like the latest book that I'm reading, which it takes me a long time to read a book these days because I do so much reading on the internet. It's not like I'm not reading, but I don't read books like I used to. I used to be an avid reader when I was younger. Mind you, society was more set up for it, wasn't it? You know, like that was the main part of entertainment was television and books. And these days we kind of get all of that. TV, books, creativity, everything on the internet or on a computer. So reading an actual physical book is not something that is as required, I guess, these days. Come on, just turn it a little. Just a little bit. But I notice a lot of people still do read like actual books, which, you know, that makes sense, but they read them through like Kindle and stuff. But what surprises me is some of the creators that still read books, like that they've got the time, like, to do that. And even working people, like I very much sympathise with people who work full time, that, you know, you don't have a time to do anything else. That's part of the setup of the system too, so that people don't too exhausted to see what the government's doing on, you know, because people are so exhausted they don't have time to look at anything. They just want the entertainment part of life. And so I wonder how people have time to read a book. I basically read a book on the toilet. I don't take my phone into the toilet, so there we go. And then I have a book, a novel, sitting there, and I read a page, basically, whenever I go to the toilet. So, yeah, that's how I read. And I'm reading a book called After America, which is the second book in a series by John Birmingham, an Australian author, but it's a post-apocalyptic one about a dome that comes over America, and everyone inside dies, and then everyone on the outside of it, like, and then this dome sort of disappears, and then everyone on the outside, including the whole world, because the whole world relies on America, it's how, like, the rest of the world sort of responds to this massive devastation that occurs in America, and, you know, what happens within America and stuff like that. So it's a really interesting sort of book. Yeah, it's After America. But I added that one, and then also I read like graphic novels, not very often though, again. So I've added like one for that as well, like comics, and you can see what graphic novel I'm currently reading, which I'm currently reading Sun Tzu's what is it called? The Art of War. I'll show that one because it's pretty. I've finished playing for now. At least I think so. We'll switch to here. This is The Art of War. Sun Tzu's Art of War. Art of War as a graphic novel. So I'm what, halfway through? I'm further through than I thought. And see? So, and Art of War is sort of pretty heavy material. You're going to go to bed and have a great rest of your stream. Thank you so much. I'm going to finish. But see? Beautiful. So because it's such heavy material, I consume like these heavier things in graphic novel format. So I got like War and Peace as a graphic novel. Got The Art of War as a graphic novel so that I can consume the ideas, but it's in a more palatable format. All right. I think I'll finish the stream there regardless of what my daughter's doing. Thanks so much for joining me again. That was fun. I had actually a good stream. It was good to get out the big rant that I had to get out. Regardless of whether I go back to it on YouTube, but at least I got to rant here where I can't be deleted. So yeah, thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate your company always. I just, yeah, you have no idea. I really appreciate it. And that was fun. I got some miles done, and I didn't crash or anything, and I parked my truck really well. I think I did good. That was fun. Okay. I'll see you next time. Definitely streaming on Friday. Doubt I'll get another stream in this week. I'm pretty busy, so definitely Friday though. So that'll be really cool. All right, bye. Oh, it's so weird because it all operates opposite to you. Okay, bye.